So this is Euro Dollar analysis for Wednesday, the 4th of October. Yeah, so I'm looking here at the daily chart at the moment. We see that Tuesday we closed bullish. Prices pushed down to the 117, was it? Let's just get that correct. Here we go. 116.96. Okay, so we briefly broke 117, but we ended up closing bullish on the day. Let's go up to the hourly chart. Let's see where we are. And okay, all right. Yes, yeah, we'll stick to the hourly. Now, what have we seen happen? Well, yesterday you saw me move the this horizontal support from 1710 up to 1720, where we had the 2 points over here, where the 200 period moving average was on the weekly time frame. Now we did go up to the 1830 and did subsequently sell back down again in and around the 1720 to 17 level. We've seen prices come all the way down, test to 117. In light of, let's just have a look at the weekly time frame. Let's just see where, if I was to go on that, 1709. So the 1710 was the correct place to put it initially. So let's go back down to the hourly. And so the reason I mentioned what the reason I moved it up. So let's put it back where it was. That was just me being it's a bit of a FOMO there. I thought, oh well, if it reverses from 1720, I don't want to be out of the trade. But the actual level is 1709. 1720 was where it was when we had the rejections there. So 1709. That's where the moving average is. But say 1709. Yep, let's stick with 1709. So what's happened? Well, we've had price come down to the 1709, briefly broke below it, tested the 117 level, and we've subsequently been brought back up. And as you can see, this is the reason why, I've mentioned it in a previous video, I'll mention it again. This is the reason why it's important to have your horizontal support and resistance line on your chart. Because as we've seen, we've come down all the way down to the 117 level on euro dollar. And we've subsequently gone all the way back up to test the 117.70, which I've highlighted, which is already on the charts from a couple of weeks now. And we've had a rejection from the 117.70 all the way back down to, let's see where the low was. Let's get off that moving average there. Let's see how low we actually went from the 117.70. We went as low as 117.35. So a 35 pip rejection from 117.70. Which is a pretty decent rejection, especially if we're looking at the hourly time frame on the euro dollar. So where do I expect prices to go? Overall, I did say we were in an uptrend. If you look at the monthly chart, at the moment we are having a bit of a pullback. Last month, which was last month, the month of September, we did close bearish from pushing up to the 120.92. So to take a long position in light of August having a rejection up around 120 and September having the rejection and closing bearish, it requires a lot of conviction to take it long. Now, and if you look at the monthly and the weekly aligned this week, as it is the first week of the month. So if I go down to the hourly chart, and we can see where we opened, and yeah, we opened at 117.88. I've been moving around the charts, so I'm just going to double check that just to make sure it is still relevant and I have not moved it too far from where it should be, while scaling charts. 117.88, it is correct. So if I go back down to the hourly, right, let's have a look at this. So 117.88, that's the weekly pivot. It will also be the monthly pivot, and that's above the 117.70. So as we are below 117.88, I do give priority to bearish signals, and also to complement, well, not complement, to add a further confluence would be rejections of resistance levels above price. So we have seen a bit of a rejection on the euro dollar 117.70, but it's a now we do have this 20 period moving average here and the 50 period moving average, and we do seem to be primed for a crossover. Now prices could stay where they are at the moment and use this 20 period moving average as potential support for another test of 1770. Another test of 1770 from this level potentially sees a break, a run up to 1788, and a further test of 1830. Not before the prices would have to negotiate the moving average, the 200 period moving average here, and the 200 period moving average is at 814, and actual level from before is 1830. So potential for the 200 period moving average to provide some dynamic resistance. We've also got the previous resistance up at 117.70. Now, I did mention that we were, in light of the price action on the monthly time frame, we were prioritizing bearish signals while being aware of the support levels where we can bounce from. So we are seeing a rejection here at 1770. Downside target again would be at the 1709 level. A successful break and hold of that level could potentially see prices go all the way down to 1612, which is quite a bit away. Now, if we do post a higher low and prices do consolidate below the 1770 level for a break, again, I did mention the 1830, but in a longer term, 1910 should come into focus, along with this moving average here in black, which is currently sitting at let's see where it is, 1880. So again, about 30 points off 1910. If we go out on the I think it's a daily chart, I saw something interesting, and that's the reason why I put the initial horizontal support resistance line where I did. Now if you look over here to the left on the charts, in and around August we had all these wicks to the downside, but prices were bought back up. I saw all the wicks and prices being bought back up and thought, well, this 117 area is going to be a good area for potential buyers to come into the market, and if you're short, to take profit. And again, if you'd have done that today, you would have been successful, taking profits around close to the 117 level and potentially taking buy from that level. So overall, let's see, overall I am bearish. I do have my EOD signal, which was I have had it quite a few, but we had one over here for a short, and that was on the 20th of September, and we've had another one here short again on the 25th. So EOD signals are pointing down, but I don't really use them for this daily analysis. So overall, we did have a bullish day yesterday. I would like to see prices trade below yesterday's close, or even in this case below yesterday's open, for me to have increasing confidence in going short. On the hourly time frame, I did mention we could potentially see a bounce off this 20 period for a retest of 1770, and I've already highlighted levels above and below. So before I go, I would like to have you like, comment, subscribe, LCS, and thanks for watching.